Welcome to Socialism Seriously. One of the all-time classic socialist books is Rosa Luxemburg's Reform or Revolution. It's a great book and I highly recommend it. But I gotta say, the book's title leads to a misperception that we have to make a choice between the two. For one thing, it's not some clear-cut choice. Politics isn't a game show host asking us, now you can keep the small reform or you can risk it all for the big bucks of revolution. For the most part, people don't get to decide whether changes are going to happen through reforms or revolutions. History does. That's why once in a while, a rich conservative slave owner like George Washington, who just wants to pay lower taxes, can find himself leading a revolution. It's also why even the most radical anti-capitalists find themselves fighting most of their lives for whatever reforms they can. The path to socialism isn't a fork in the road between reform or revolution. It involves both at different moments, and one flows out of the other. The more we're able to win reforms for economic, racial, gender equality, the more likely we're going to need to have revolutions to defend those gains from the illegal repression capitalists are definitely going to use to try to take them away. And the flip side is true as well. Revolutions are way more likely to succeed if the working class has been able to strengthen itself by winning those reforms for equality. Now here's the tricky part, and what Rosa Luxemburg was actually writing about. Socialism involves a complex back and forth between reforms and revolutions. But socialists have a hard time making those transitions because, unfortunately, we're human. We spend years, decades, lifetimes building organizations devoted to winning this or that reform. Some of us even end up making careers out of it. It's not easy to suddenly risk all that we've been building when a revolutionary moment unexpectedly arrives. And millions of people who hadn't really been involved before are suddenly making demands that just yesterday would have seemed unrealistic. And tomorrow may be unrealistic again. This is the reform revolution question that socialists really face. Not which one to choose, but how we're building a path to both. If you like this video, check out my book, also called Socialism Seriously.